How's it going, YouTube? This is FourthStarTCG, and welcome back to another Pokemon trading card game online deck video. Today we're heading back to Steam Siege, and we're going to be testing out a brand new deck from Steam Siege. Basically, it's entirely centered around new cards from Steam Siege. It is Volcanion and Volcanion-EX. So this is a deck that's hopefully going to be very good come the rotation. Right now it's not very good because, I mean, Night March, it wins versus this deck. It beats your Shamans and your Volcanions and you lose. But it's a very solid deck. The synergy is great, so I will get into the deck build right away. Our main attackers, we play 3 copies of Volcanion, the regular Volcanion from Steam Siege. Power Heater for 1 fire energy, does 20 damage, and we can choose 2 of our fire Pokemon and attach a fire energy from our discard pile to each of them. So this is a great way to accelerate energy, and we can boost that damage output up with our ability from Volcanion-EX, which I'll talk about very shortly. Second attack, Steam Artillery, does 100 damage. Normally we won't be powering that up, but it is remarkably easy to do that. We play Max Elixir, and we can charge it up with our Power Heater as well. We can charge up Volcanions on the bench, so we play 3 copies of that. 3 copies of Volcanion-EX, mainly for the ability Steam Up. Once during your turn, you can discard a fire energy from your hand. If you do, the attacks of your basic fire Pokemon do 30 more damage. So we are only playing basic fire Pokemon, so we're boosting our attacks by 30. That's really good. You use 2 of these Power Heaters, doing 80 out of Fighting Fury Belt, 90 damage, and accelerating 2 fire energy that you've already discarded from your hand is just fantastic. The synergy is amazing. You discard them with Steam Up, you do more damage, and then you attach them back with Power Heater. We play 1 Entei, basically for Combat Blaze, 20 damage plus 20 additional damage for each Pokemon on your opponent's bench. That is a very good attack. It works out pretty well. It's just another solid attacker, and it's great to have in this deck. We don't play any Flareon, we don't need it. It's another EX that basically does the same thing as Volcanion Steam Artillery. It's just not, and it's an EX, and I mean, has 170 HP, but you can bump the HP on this up pretty easily with a Fighting Fury Belt. Then we just play 2 Shamans for consistency. I've tested this deck out a lot. I started running it with 4 baby Volcanions. That didn't really work out. I tried it with the Ancient Trait Entei. That didn't really work out. We got regular Entei, regular Volcanion, 3 copies of that, and 3 copies of Volcanion-EX. We play 2 energy retrievals. We're going to be discarding a lot of our energy here, we're just going to discard them, and then we're going to get them back. We're going to be discarding with Steam Up, and we want to be able to get those energy cards back. We play 1 copy of Energy Switch, very useful. Just switch 1 energy. It's very helpful, helps a lot. 2 copies of Escape Rope. We are going to want to be switching a lot. This is a retreat cost of 2. This has a retreat cost of 3. We're not playing Zoroark, so we're going to play a lot of switching cards in this deck. I did actually try this with Zoroark, but it was too clunky. It was hard to get out and stuff. We got 3 copies of Max Elixir just to accelerate our energy. These are all basic Pokemon, so you can target any Pokemon with that. 1 Professor's Letter to get our energy into our hand. 1 Super Rod to shuffle back mainly our Pokemon, because you can Power Heater your energy out of the discard pile. 3 copies of Trainer's Mail for consistency. 4 Ultra Balls to get out our Pokemon. 4 copies of VS Seeker. 1 Fisherman to put this puts 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Very useful. After you've discarded a lot, you can just Fisherman them back. Whenever I'm going to use Fisherman, I always think there are more energy cards in my discard pile than there actually are, so I need to remember to check that. 1 copy of Lysander, 3 copies of N, 1 Pokemon Ranger in order to get around Jolteon and Regice. We don't really need Hex Maniac in this deck because we play Volcanion to get around Carbink and stuff like that. Plus, I don't know if it works like this on TCGO, but the way it should work is that if you use Steam Up and then you play Hex Maniac, your Steam Up boosts go away because you haven't used the effect of that ability yet, and if you shut off the ability, then it doesn't work. I think I was playing up against a Volcanion deck and they hexed themselves and it didn't go away. So that's a bug there in TCGO, but it should go away. So we don't play any Hex Maniac. Even if TCGO is glitching, that's the way it works in real life, so I want you guys to be able to transfer this deck from the TCGO to real life as easy as possible, and if you play Hex, your Steam Ups go away. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, 1 of the full art because we're fancy, 2 Scorched Earth, and 2 Skyfield. I tried with 4 Scorched Earth, I tried with 3 Scorched Earth and 1 Skyfield. This is the best build. I think your Scorched Earth can get your fire energy into the discard for Power Heater and get you some good cards, but Skyfield is really important, especially once you've got 3 Volcanion, you've got 3 of these, and 2 Shaman. You're going to be wanting to use your Shaman, so those will be taking up bench spaces. 3 Fighting Fury Belt, 2 Floatstone, and 11 Fire Energy. So that's our deck build. And we're going to go get some matches. This deck's going to be really good. We do have trouble with Garbodor. We have trouble with Greninja. Trevenant can be annoying. And of course, Night March just wrecks us. And looks like we're playing up against Night March in our first... thing. I mean, it's alright because we can attack with Volcanion. And that's just a 1 prize attacker, but they can just Lysander up our Shamans and our Volcanion-EXs. I am not going to go first. The only reason is that so that hopefully I can Steam Up Power Heater, knock out their Night Marcher. You start with an Entei, which I wish you could see your start before you decide to go first. I mean, we can grab a Floatstone or something. But, yep. So we're playing against Night March. This is one of the major reasons why this deck is not good, because you got Night March, and Night March is the best deck in the format right now, and that's just going to obliterate us. Of course I'll still play the game. Night March Vespiquen. And he really does not get a lot on his first turn. I'm not going to attach the Fighting Fury Belt. I'm going to Ultra Ball away these in order to get I can try for our 2. Let's check the deck real quick. 2 Escape Ropes are there and 2 Floatstones there, so we got 4 outs to switching. We have to grab a Shaman here. There's really no other choice. We don't have anything else. I'd like to be able to Power Heater, but I think I'm just going to have to Burning Roar or not attack at all. But I need that energy out of my hand. Sure, we'll throw down the Fighting Fury Belt. Now we're only putting ourselves to 2 outs with Escape Rope. But, oh man, and there's the Floatstone. Alright, well, we're going to Trainer Mail. We get the Pokemon Ranger. We get the Lysander. We get the Professor Sycamore. We'll grab the Professor Sycamore because we have not played a supporter this turn. I guess we'll Floatstone our... It doesn't matter because if he Lysanders it out, he's going to kill it. So we will Ultra Ball away an Energy Retrieval and a Floatstone. We are going to grab a regular Volcanion. Just get that out. Throw down the Scorched Earth. And we will Professor Sycamore. Suppose we can still get the... we're going to throw down everything here. I want to keep a bench space open for a Shaman. We'll Floatstone this Volcanion. And... yeah, I'm just going to end my turn here. This Entei now has, 160 HP, so it's going to be a little difficult for him to knock it out, and if he does, he's only getting 1 prize from it. And then we have the energy next turn to Power Heater. We don't have a Fighting Fury Belt, so we can't knock out this Joltik, which is annoying, but if he can't get any Battle Compressor, he's going to puzzle a time here. Double puzzle for a Professor Sycamore? That would be rough if he had to do that. Yeah, he's going to double puzzle for a Professor Sycamore and a VS Seeker. That's painful. But I guess that's what he or she needed. Another puzzle? Yep, that's going to rearrange the top 3 cards. That's 3 puzzles gone. Not going to be able to use those to get back DCEs now, but most likely we're going to see Battle Compressors here. I'd be extremely shocked if they miss Battle Compressors. We're going to see the Vespiquen. We don't have a draw supporter yet. There's the Sycamore. No Battle Compressors there, but I mean, she's probably going to hit 2 right here. Or not, maybe. Should use the Unknown, I guess. I mean, no Battle Compressor? That would be ridiculous. That's going to be insane if they Night March for what, like 20? Oh man, Night March for 40 now. 40. If they grab another, they're going to grab another Unknown, not another Shaman. I guess, because Shaman would only give you 2, Unknown's going to give you 1. Gotta find that Battle Compressor. There we go. Don't know, I mean, you're probably gonna need 2 here. There go the Lampants. 5 Night Marchers, you're hitting 100 here. Yep, that's not enough. So we are going to be able to take a knockout here. There's the Professor Sycamore for next turn, which is fantastic. I am going to take my 2 prizes right here, because I mean, what's more useful to me, taking 1 prize? I think I'm gonna get ahead in the prize count right here. Skyfield, get rid of their stadium. I mean, they can just come back with Joltik, but I've got no problems with that. So I'm going to Combat Blaze. This Shaman's going to go bye-bye. And we are going to get 2 prize cards. And so I was just going to come back with the Vespiquen, but and we're going to get knocked out this turn by either one of these. But we are ahead in the prize trade right now. We've got both of our Volcanions down. Hopefully we can get more Pokemon onto our bench so that when they discard our Skyfield we can get rid of our Shamans. Fighting Fury Belt onto the Joltik. That could be annoying because now we have to Power Heater, or now we have to Steam Up twice, right? That only hits 50. Yeah. Gonna Sycamore here. Only 13 cards left in the deck. That's interesting. More Battle Compressor. If we can just stall by throwing up Volcanions. Baby Volcanions, that is. Depending on, yeah, because they're compressing everything. They really don't need a lot of Night Marchers. But how many compressors are in the discard pile now? 3 compressors. So Joltik's gonna give us the business here. I assume. Gonna Ultra Ball, get rid of even more cards. They're down to sort of 1 Sycamore range. More Battle Compressor. Probably gonna target more Night Marchers, but no, only 1 Sycamore. Shaman, I mean, you are going absolutely crazy right here. You got 4 cards left. Gonna have to do some major shenanigans here to avoid decking out. Town map. Oof, oof. 3 Night Marchers, a DCE prize. Man, that is rough. So they are going to, I assume, get 2 of those Joltics back. That town map, probably what they were digging for. They actually took a Puzzle of Time? Well, we're going to throw this Volcanion up. We are going to... I hate to throw away these 2 VS Seeker. But, I mean, what? Do we Seeker for N? We don't even have an N in the discard pile. And we need cards, so it's what we got to do. Hopefully we get 3 energy. And we don't. I don't want to bump my own stadium. I am going to Super Rod here. I want these energy back in the deck so I can try to hit them and knock out this Joltik. So we're going to do that. We're going to Fighting Fury Belt. We are going to Max Elixir and hit this Volcanion. We're going to Scorch. We're going to bump our own Skyfield, but I need it for the Shaman. We should have another Skyfield in the deck. And well, we're doing 30. Now we're doing 60. We need 10 more damage. I mean, we can pray to hit 2 energies off of this. I mean, it's not going to matter whatever we do. So I'm going to hopefully... Oh, we hit another energy, but it's not enough. Going to Max Elixir again. We don't hit it. We'll Fighting Fury Belt this Volcanion. We'll Steam up. Just do 30 extra. Nothing else we can do. We'll Power Heater. That's going to do 60. We are so close. We just need 1 more energy. We're going to attach here and we're going to attach here. Since we couldn't get the knockout on this Joltik, that's not the best. We don't play Megaphone. I believe this is a Primal Clash on deck list. Should be. No burning energy. Yeah, we don't play. Yeah, this should be a Primal Clash on deck list. Let's check our count of fire energy in the discard. Just 1. He should have enough to knock us out here. But we are at, what, 170? Yeah, there goes all of our tools. So that's not good. Now he's definitely able to knock us out. There goes Night March for 130. Man, that clutch startling Megaphone. Only 3 cards left in the deck, though. So this guy's gotta... I'm in a Skyfield. And I'm going to VS Seeker, our last VS Seeker, but our fancy Sycamore isn't in the discard pile. We still got our ends. We aren't going to have access to Lysander. There's all the energy we needed. We'll throw down this. We'll throw down this. So if he ever puts a stadium in play, then are 3 Fighting Fury Belt gone? Yeah, they are. So Trainer Mail, there's really no point. But yeah, I'll just Power Heater. Knock out this Joltik. We'll attach here, and we will attach here. Take our next prize. Another fire energy. He's going to have to do something with Lysander. I want to see how many VS Seeker he's used. 2 VS Seeker. So he's got 2 left in the deck. I know there's none prized here. So should be able. He's got to put a stadium in play to attack with Pumpkaboo, and that will allow us to discard our Shamans. So he's going to VS Seeker. He's going to grab the Lysander. Yep, one of our Shamans is going to go bye-bye. He's going to Lysander yet before. And I assume he's going to play a Dimension Valley. Or he has a DCE in hand. Yep, there's the DCE. And our Shaman's gonna get wrecked here. And now I assume he's gonna take out the last DC and one of the Night Marchers. And I was correct. Doesn't really matter what we do here. I'm gonna throw up the Entei. We have no access to Lysander. Gonna attach down here. I mean, I could escape rope, but then I just don't get a hit off on anything. Yeah, this is... I've played my 2 Scorched Earth, right? Yep, I played my 2 Scorched Earth, so there's no way to discard my own stadium and get my Shaman off. But we will Combat Blaze. 140. Kill this. And he can win with a VS Seeker, which I am extremely certain he has. So that's probably going to be good game here. He's going to need a VS Seeker for Lysander. Yep. And you know, no way he put that onto the... Yep. Good game. Night March. That's just how it is. It beats you. It beats you. We were very close. We got down to 2 prizes, but that's what Night March does. It's incredibly skillless. If you didn't see my video on Night March, definitely go check that out. I posted a video going over this deck, exactly why it's so powerful, and exactly how little skill it takes to play. So, we're going against a fire-water deck. Could be Volcanion. If you're playing the mirror match, it's basically just whoever gets off the attacks first, because your Volcanion-EXs are fire-water, and Volcanion's weak to water. So it's sort of like the old Mewtwo Wars. She's gonna go first. I don't really see... I mean, could be like some sort of pyro or octillery thing. I did only see fire-water there, so that might be octillery, because there was no Shamans. So we will start off with the Entei. And no more basic Pokemon. Our hand's not the best. We got 3 of our switching cards here. That's not what I'd like to start with. If we draw an N, Entei's not the best thing to start with either. Can be very useful, but yeah. The reason I have Entei in this deck is because it's a middle energy attack. Yeah, so we see Volcanion. Must be playing with Octillery, because I don't see any Shamans in this. But yeah, it's a middle energy attacker because basically every attack we have is either 1 or 3 energy. So if you don't have 3 energy, you can't really, that middle range isn't exactly the best. So we'll check out the deck here. Blacksmith, yeah, we don't... Another thing about my deck, I don't play any Blacksmith. I don't think we need it. And it is a Primal Clash on deck list, so Blacksmith has rotated out of the format. Gonna see an Ultra Ball here for a baby Volcanion. And a Blacksmith, completely powering up this Volcanion. So that's interesting. I'm gonna... this is just painful. I'm gonna hit the escape rope here, make my opponent switch out into one of these non-charged up things. At least I can do that. I'm going to float stone this Entei and Professor Sycamore. The reason I'm hoping we can get a baby Volcanion out, and maybe a Volcanion-EX. We are not able to hit. We can power up. Can Shaman? No, that's not the best. We gotta play it down before we hit the Fighting Fury Belt. We can Max Elixir. Nothing. Max Elixir. And then we hit 3. Man, that happens too much. We'll retreat into this. I don't see any need to VS Seeker. We'll Power Heater. Do 30 and attach. So we're getting there. My opponent powered this up in 1 turn. That's just ridiculous. And they're going to Power Heater. But their hand does not look good, and they have no energy in the discard. I am going to energy switch off the Entei onto this so that we can hopefully steam Artillery and get the knockout. So we will Sycamore. Yep, there is a Volcanion-EX, another Volcanion, a Trainer Ultra Ball would be nice. Pokemon Ranger, Floatstone. Floatstone's not terrible. We'll throw that onto our big Volcanion. We got this here. No need to steam up. We will just steam Artillery for 110. Take the first prize of the game. My opponent does have a Fighting Fury Belt, so they'll be able to steam Artillery us. But we can respond with our... hopefully we can... Yeah, they're just going to steam Artillery. Man, they're really not doing much. Fighting Fury Belt. Able to survive. Do I want to play the Scorched Earth? Or the Skyfield? Steam Artillery is going to hit 140. Could have knocked this out. Yeah, I shouldn't have attached down here. Just instinct. Yeah. I guess if we aren't able to knock it out, I'll hit the Scorched Earth. I'll do the Scorched Earth. We got Volcanion, wonderful, and we got Shaman. We could be able to knock this out this turn if we get a lot of energy or an energy retrieval. That should be able to score us the knockout, I believe, if we steam up and steam up. And we'll Trainer Mail, see if we can get anything here. We got the Fighting Fury Belt or another energy retrieval. We're going to need the Ultra Ball. Unfortunately, that's the only thing. I do think just to get more Pokemon out. Steam Artillery should knock this out. Yes, it does. 170 damage. Perfect. And we will take the second prize of the game, and he has no energy on the field. He can power this up very quickly. That's the only thing. Just attach in a Blacksmith, and he can Volcanic Heat. Going to be able to Acro Bike here. Discarding the Fire Energy. And forfeit. So we're able to grab a victory with this Volcanion deck in the mirror matchup. We'll play one more match. and we will see if we can get something that doesn't completely toss us on our neck like Night March. Fairy colorless, that's interesting. Looks like a pretty even matchup. Hopefully I'll be able to come away with the win. Does have the Generations energy and Generations deck box and sleeves. That's pretty cool. Mega Altaria. That's very interesting. These are the types of matches I like. No one's playing a extremely crazy top tier deck. We're just both having fun here. So this is interesting. He plays Talonflame. Wow. Alright, well, we will Professor's Letter here. We'll grab out 2 energy. We'll Scorched Earth. Hopefully we'll grab an Ultra Ball. No, we just grab another VS Seeker. Oh man, and this we can do nothing here. We can do absolutely nothing. So we're just gonna end our turn. This is not the first turn that I like. I mean, you could Shaman and Max Elixir onto that, but like, what are you doing? He hit the Talonflame and the Silent Lab. I mean, like, I guess you play 4 Talonflame. But, I mean, with N running around in the format, I don't really see how Talonflame is very good. Yeah, he's going to N us. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. We had the deadest hand ever. Got some Volcanions, some Max Elixir, some energy. That's what I like to see. We see the Altaria, the Trainer Mail, Silent Lab is very annoying, I have to say, because we can't use our Steam Ups. So he's going to Aero Blitz here. You got 1 Fire Energy in the discard. And yeah, I mean, we have the N in hand, so whatever 2 cards he's searching for, we're going to completely nullify that. We'll hit this. We'll hit the Max Elixir onto the Volcanion. Do I go for the Power Heater, or do I go for the knockout with Volcanion-EX, hoping for a Float Stone or an Escape Rope or something like that? I think it's too early on. I don't want to go for a huge play like that. We do hit the Escape Rope, so we could have done it, but I didn't really want to risk that. We can't Steam Up. I'm going to Ultra Ball away our Energy Retrieval and our N in order to grab our Shaman-EX. We can get a knockout on this with another Max Elixir. Oh, and of course Silent Lab. I completely forgot about that. Man. My bad plays. Yeah, so we're just going to Power Heater right here. Yep, I completely forget about those Silent Labs. They're terrible. So we've wasted a Shaman. Unfortunately, this Volcanion's ready. We'll be able to Escape Rope into it. Hopefully get a hit off on this Altaria. I hate how it doesn't have, like, it used to have this arrow so that you can tell when it's in your hand, and I'm so used to having that arrow. I swear. I'm so used to having, that red down arrow to sort of tell you that the ability can't be used. And Volcanion should have it too, because its ability can't be used either. I'm going to escape rope. We are going to bring out our Volcanion. Do I want to attach here? Not really. Get at least one energy in the discard. We can trainer mail. Let's get a stadium, please. Nope. Well, let's grab the Pokemon Ranger so we can attack next turn. I'm gonna energy switch onto the Entei. Hit the Max Elixir. Nope. Hit the Max Elixir again. And onto the Entei. We're gonna Volcanic Heat for 130. We won't be able to attack next turn, but we do have the Ranger. Even if he Mega Evolves, we will be able to knock this out. He is going to Mega Evolve into Mega Altaria. He can do 130. Oh, he's going to Fairy Drop. Double Fairy Drop. Now we can't knock it out, especially with that Silent Lab. Mist Purge. He's completely healed off 130 damage in one turn. Man. I mean, I can Pokemon Ranger and attack again, but I guess that's my only hope here. I can escape rope. I think I'm gonna do that. Get this Altaria out. I'm gonna go into this and Professor Sycamore. There's all of our energy, but no stadium, which is incredibly annoying. We're gonna Power Heater just for 20. That Silent Lab is not being friendly to us. Pretty sure, yeah, this just says free retreat, so it's gonna come up and knock us out with this. Double Fairy Drop. Man. Lysander, yep. That's gonna take care of this. Man. That Silent Lab not being friends to us. We'll throw this Volcanion up. We can attach down here. We can VS Seeker. We can VS Seeker for N. I think that's a good play. We gotta get a stadium so we can steam up, start doing some damage, because he's just healing all this off. There's our stadium, but no energy, of course, because that's how this game works. But we've ended him to 4. We'll throw away that Silent Lab, finally. We'll Trainer Mail. We'll grab the Fighting Fury Belt. Throw that onto this Volcanion. And I guess we will just Power Heater for 20 damage. We'll attach down here. We'll get our other Volcanion powered up, ready to go. This one Mega Altaria. VS Seagull Lysander. Oh, bye bye Shaman. Oh man. He's hitting every card he needs. That's the thing. Yeah, that's why this game is so much about luck. We don't hit any energies. He hits all of his Seekers and Lysanders, and he's probably going to get out another Shaman right here. I mean, we can finally take a knockout. Oh, he's going to get another Altaria. No Shaman. He's got no cards in his hand now. Zero cards in his hand. If we can somehow find our other Volcanion and some energy, I'll Ultra Ball away the Skyfield and the Float Stone. Nope, our other Volcanion is prized. That's nice. I don't even want to play this Shaman because he's just gonna Lysander it, you know. Throw this down here. Throw down the Fighting Fury Belt. We've only got 6 cards left in our deck. Or Volcanic Heat. Do something. Wonder if our Super Rod. We haven't used our Super Rod, so we can get back these Shamans and the Volcanion if we need it. But it's just... yeah, there goes the Silent Lab again. A lot of the cards we need in this matchup are prized. We've got the Seeker for Pokemon Ranger next turn. If he banks on us, and he's only got 2 cards in his hand. Yep, he's just going to miss Purge here. Do 130. We're going to throw down this Volcanion. We're going to Trainer Mail, hopefully find a Stadium. We do not, but we do have the Energy Retrieval, which I can use. Just put 1 energy back, but that's enough for this. And now we will VS Seeker, Pokemon Ranger. We'll play it. And Volcanic Heat, and finally take out this Mega Altaria. There's our Stadium and a Fisherman. Gonna go out into the Talonflame, free retreat of course. How many VS Seeker have we used? Or at least discarded 3, so there's 1 left in the deck. It's just gonna Arrow Blitz here for 40. And search out some cards, but I'm just going to end them back. That's my only chance unless we pull the... this is 170. And we're hitting 140. We got to pull a Stadium. Nope, we got the VS Seeker. We got the Stadium. All right. Let's get rid of that. Let's get this out. And only 3 cards left in the deck. I can Fisherman, or I can N. I know he's got the 2 cards that he needs, so I have to N. I honestly do, and hope that I can pull an energy, and I do pull the energy, so he can steam up and knock out this Talonflame. So we do something there. There's our Super Rod. We can put some cards back in our deck. Hopefully we don't deck out so fast. He's got the Altaria Spirit Link and he's going to Powerful Gain for 30. We are going to Super Rod back into our deck. Our 2 Shamans and our Volcanion. We might need... Yeah, because we're just going to Fisherman this turn. Get all those energy cards back into our hand. Get all of them back. We're going to steam up. If TCGO will take that. We're going to steam up. He's only got 2 prize cards left, but we might as well attach to this Volcanion and give it a Fighting Fury belt. Steam Artillery, 140 damage. If only we had that last Volcanion. But I don't think there was any way to get it. He's got to hit a Mega. I think we've got this game. He's going to Sycamore. There goes the Fairy Drop. He can't use it. We do have 3 prize cards left, so a Lysander really at any point could win the game for him. But he's Sycamored here. If he can't, even if he... Because we are at 140 HP right now. So a Mist Purge will not knock us out. I don't believe a Mist Purge will knock us out. He's got to find another Pokemon. He's going to heal, and it does not knock us out. He's at 110. So we only need to do 110 damage to him. There's our final Volcanion. And there's no need for me to steam up, because Steam Artillery will do 110 and give us 2 prize cards. There's our final Volcanion. Out comes this. We can steam up twice and that'll knock him out if he's not able to find energy this turn. He is able to find the energy, but we have this Volcanion waiting in the back. If he Lysanders, does this do 50? But he's gonna... I'm gonna have to get out of the active somehow, and I don't know I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. That's the only thing. Our escape ropes are both gone. There's absolutely no way for me to get out of the active. Since our Fighting Fury belt is there, I think he's got the game. Man, this was so close. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't attach. I can't VS Seeker for anything, really. I mean, I could end, but that's gonna do nothing. This is a post-rotation build, so there's no AZ, there's no... I got nothing to stand in with. No Zoroark. Man, I wish I had Zoroark right now. Yeah. That's going to be game. That's going to be game. My opponent had the clutch Lysander. Yeah. That's just going to be game. Good game. So close. So close. This Mega Altaria deck. Healing. He's going to be able to knock us out here. Just finish it. Don't screw around. Yep, there we go. So we came very close in this deck, but I feel like my opponent just hit all the cards they needed at all the right points. So we took the loss to Night March and Mega Altaria, and we were able to come away with the win versus the mirror match. So I feel like you guys saw a great demonstration of how this deck works. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more Steam Siege. We have a ton of Steam Siege coming up, and even more Pokemon TCG Online decks even after we finish Steam Siege.